So like it or hate it, rune farming is here to stay, and if you need runes in Elden Ring, you are going to be looking for the best farms and the most efficient way to get all the runes humanly possible so you can make this game incredibly easy. I'm going to show you all the rune farming spots that I currently know, and I am not going to be giving you any locations that involve glitches because the normal player does not do that, and they go directly into what is the closest to them and most accessible to them at that given point. I've never been a huge fan of the glitch method, and anytime you're getting millions and millions of runes at one time, it just feels a little bit off. So I'm going to show you the most legit ways to get runes in Elden Ring and how to get to every single one of these farms with ease. And before we get into the video, if you guys have any ideas of farms that I did not mention in this video, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below to help out the community, and subscribe and leave a like on your way out. So let's get into it. So for your very first farm, let's start in Limgrave. You are going to head right up to the War Master's shack right here on the map, and if you head south, there's going to be a bunch of different storm giants there. Killing one of those storm giants, I believe, is going to net you about 1,000 runes, so this is a very good early game farm. It is a little bit of a challenge, but if you have a great ranged, or if you can dodge their attacks, this is going to be very, very easy for you, and it can net you about 85,000 runes per hour, depending on how fast you kill the giants and how fast you get back to War Master's shack to start all over again. Now for your second early game farm, you can head over to the Third Church of America, and there's going to be a portal right behind that church. Take the portal, and it's going to dump you out right here at the Beastal Sanctum. Run all the way down until you get to the Farum Great Bridge site of Grace, where you can start your second farm. With this farm, you want to kill all the vulgar militia in the area and then come back and rest at the site of Grace and repeat that process. This can be a little bit challenging if you're very early game because they do hit very hard, and the secret to this is to sneak up behind them and backstab them, killing them in as close to one hit as you can. Each one of these vulgar militia is going to drop anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 runes per kill, and I believe there's about 20 of them in the area, so this can be a very lucrative farm. With this farming spot, it is definitely potential for you to get over 100,000 runes in an hour, just because these are a lot easier to kill than these storm giants in Limgrave, but they do also have a potential to one-shot you if you go here too early, so it is a high-risk, high-reward farm. Another farm yet in Caelid is going to be the Lenny's Rise Ball location. In this farm, you're going to go to Lenny's Rise here on the map, and you're going to run all the way down to the path until you come to a portion where there's going to be an outcropping of rock. Wait for the ball to spawn, and then jump out of the way, and the ball's going to fall off of the map, giving you almost 2,000 runes. I will say this is definitely the most boring rune farming method that you can possibly do, but it is tried and true and will always give you that amount. All you need to do after you see the ball go over the edge is run back up and rest at the site of Grace and repeat this process until Kingdom Come. My recommendation if you are going to do this farm is to put on some anime in the background and sit there and watch it while you continually farm this ball over and over and over again. If you did this particular farm for an hour, you would get 240,000 runes roughly, but that can change depending on how fast you are and what gear you're wearing to help you gain runes. The next farm here is also in Caelid. It's going to be next to Fort Faroth, and this is the Dragon Farm. All you're going to do is sit here with a bleed weapon, and you are going to bleed the dragon down at this location until you start receiving the death animation from him. At that point, you'll need to jump onto Torrent and ride as fast as you can back to the site of Grace, and if you've done this correctly, you will get the runes for killing the dragon, and you will turn around and the dragon will still be there after you're done resting at the site of Grace. You can rinse and repeat this as many times as possible, and you have the potential of getting a ton of runes from this location if you keep doing this over and over. And the last rune farm is the one that everybody knows. That's the one at Mogwyn Palace, where you kill all the Albinarics over and over again. There is also a way to get there without doing Bar's questline at all, but it is rather endgame. So you need to go all the way up here until you get to the consecrated snowfields, hang a left, and go all the way up until you get to this location here on the map. There's going to be a portal there, and you can take that portal and it will dump you out right at the site of Grace that is used in the farm to kill all those Albinarics over and over again. The most efficient way to deal with this farm is to use the Sacred Relic Sword and use its Ash of War to kill every single Albinaric on the way down, and then continually do this over and over again. This is definitely the fastest and best farm in the game, but it is a late game farm, and it typically takes a while to get there. Just some final thoughts here before you start your rune farming session. You do want to have the Gold Scarab Talisman equipped. This is going to increase your rune acquisition by 20%, which is a really good boost, and you're also going to want to equip a Gold Pickled Foulfoot, which is going to boost your rune acquisition by 30% for 3 minutes, and this is going to stack on top of the Golden Scarab, so this is very handy to have. I'll have a video on how to farm and create that particular item linked down in the description below, so if you need that, that's where you can find it. And guys, that is going to be it for this particular rune farming video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know a lot of these farms have been around for a very long time, but people are going to start coming back to the game as soon as we get a date for the DLC, and people are going to want to start leveling up their characters quickly to get into this new content. So if you like the video, leave a comment down below, hit that bell notification and the sub button on your way out. I would appreciate it a ton. We're almost at 20,000 subscribers within this year, which is absolutely massive. Big thank you to you guys, and until next time, stay safe, enjoy the game, and I'll see you in the next one.